If you're in the market for a sitz bath and you are trying to decide between a couple different brands, I am here to just give you a comparison of a couple of them to maybe kind of help you figure out which one you might want to be going with. So this light green one here, this is the Fivona brand, and the blue one here is Pochik. They were both kind enough to send these to me to try out and compare. And so I want to start out with, they both are ones that you can collapse down. So they're a small area to cover. They're good with that. The Pochik one does come with a bag that you can keep it in. So that's a little nice extra there. They each pop out fairly easily. You just kind of give it a push and they pop out to a good size. The basins themselves, they each have, they're made of a hard plastic that's not going to break easily. It's a good quality on each one of them, I feel. The Fivona does have 4 drain holes, whereas the Pochik has 5. So that may or may not make a difference on how quickly you can dump the water out. So I don't know if that's a big difference. For me, it really wasn't a huge difference. The amount of space they cover, the Fivona one is about 1/8 of an inch longer, while the Pochik one is about 3/16 of an inch wider. So not a huge difference. Again, didn't really matter to me on those things. The amount of water that you can put into them, you're going to want to be putting that warm water in with maybe some Epsom salts or something like that. The Fivona one holds about 9, a little bit over 9 cups of water in it. And the Pochik one holds about 10 cups of water. And that each time it's up to the top of the colored area. And they do come in different colors. So these are just 2 of the options that they have. They each have a hole in the top that you can hang them up from, so that's similar on that one. But the amount of water that you put into it, again, to me, that it doesn't matter if I can put another cup into one than the other. That's not going to make a big difference. I think the main thing that I saw, there's 2 main things. First of all, if you're just looking at soaking in them, the Fivona one, if you look at it, and I don't know if I can show you this very well, but they've got kind of grooves on here, a little bit lower down there for like your legs to sit there. But when you're putting yourself on here, and the sides here, I feel are a little bit higher. And so when you're sitting on this, you're not going to have quite as much skin contact with the water, possibly, depending on how you're shaped. So that might be an issue, whereas I liked how the Pochik, it's got this rim on it here that's flat, and then it starts to slope in right away. So I'm trying to show you the sloping there. So this slopes down all the way around here on each side. So I feel like this one, no matter what your shape, you're going to maybe get a little more skin contact with the water that you need in there. But maybe not. It may not be as big of a deal that way or not. So soaking wise, I feel like that's the biggest difference on them. So that may be enough to tell you which way you're going to go with that. The Pochik does come with an additional bonus thing, is this tube with a little hose that lets you shoot the water up and help clean and or address certain areas that maybe just need that additional water kind of there, and it just suctions to the bottom. It goes, the tube hooks into the back here, and then you can just squirt this to have it shoot the water up. So if you're looking for a little more than just a soaking one, this might be something to take into consideration. So the Pochik has both the bag and the little squirter, whereas the Fivona is just for soaking. So depending on what you're really planning on doing with them, or what your condition is, what's going on, that just gives you an idea of the 2 together and how they compare. I hope that helps you with your choice. If this helped you out, please hit the like button, subscribe for more reviews, and click on the product link below. Thanks for watching.